Greetings, friends in the Pennwest Conference. This is my pandemic reflection piece of the annual gathering and meeting, and it's also the fourth and I hope final video that I will be sharing on the subject of the COVID-19 pandemic. On Friday, March 13th, 2020, we can remember how that day spiraled into a very difficult time as news of the pandemic spread. And then on Friday, May 14th of 2021, we started to see an ease of things, especially from the Center for Disease Control and also from the states of Maryland and states of Pennsylvania. And I encourage you to look into those news pieces and articles about what both the CDC and also those states are saying. We know that there are parts of the world that continue to suffer mightily under the weight of the COVID-19 pandemic. And for all of those places where the pandemic continues to strike and continues to wield its power, we pray for healing and for God's presence and for hope in those communities. Here in the United States, vaccinations are thankfully on the rise. I want to urge all of you, if you have not yet been vaccinated, to get the vaccine. I've been vaccinated, my family members have been vaccinated. It has been a huge help to me and to others to know that these vaccines are out there and that they are effective. I also urge continued listening to the CDC and to the governments of the states of Pennsylvania and Maryland for continued guidance on such things as masks, social distancing, cleaning, ventilation, etc. By listening to the scientists, we hope to continue to keep people safe. That has been our hope and our prayer throughout this pandemic. And over the course of the past 14 months, our churches have done very well, I believe, not only at keeping people safe, but also at connecting with each other during this time. So many of our churches have adapted to the technologies that are available to us. And now that we are moving forward, we're going to find ourselves facing new challenges. I'll invite us to consider what we have learned during this pandemic time that we hope to continue forward using. There may be some things that will not carry forward, but other things will. And in a recent e-newsletter article, I shared with the conference one of the concerns that I have, and that is that people may hold things against one another about how they either responded or did not respond to certain things during the pandemic. If we start to look at each other and say, because you wore a mask, or because you did not wear a mask, or because you did this, or because you did not do that during the pandemic, you were not showing the love of God in your life. That sort of thing, I hope and pray, does not happen, but that we may show instead grace to one another. In some ways, moving out of the pandemic may be a more challenging thing than it was when we needed to move into it. But I do pray that we will recognize that God is with us. God has been with us and walked with us and journeyed with us throughout this journey, and God will continue to walk with us and journey with us every step of the way. We are celebrating this year a virtual annual gathering and meeting, and also a virtual General Synod in July. And who knows what the future holds for the kinds of ways that we gather. There will be some times where we gather in person. There will be some times where we gather via Zoom. There will be some times that it's a hybrid, right? But as changes come, I encourage all of us to continue to use common sense, to continue to strive to keep one another safe. And my prayer as we move forward is a prayer for health. For health, for healing, and for hope. Not just for us here in the Pennwest Conference, but for our whole church and for the whole world. Thank you, Pennwest Conference. God bless you.